Hello, guys. Welcome back to this commentary. Let's see if I am live first. Sorry, today I have to make it right now, the commentary, and not at another time because I am quite busy. Let's see. Not yet. Okay, I think I'm live. Look, do you receive the notification? Let's see. Anyway, write me in the chat box if you think that I am live. Okay, I think I'm live. Okay, perfect. Okay, hello guys, welcome back to this new commentary regarding episode 5 of season 4 of Shingeki no Kyojin. Look, as always, I wrote lots of notes here, so we are going to discuss about lots of things. If you can't watch this live streaming, don't worry because it will stay on the channel. So feel free to follow me anyway. I know that the time is different right now. Hi, Edward. Hello. I know that right now the time is a little bit different, but look, I'm quite busy in other days, so I can't. I still have to make the review of Sailor Moon. So, okay. But anyway, I have so many things to do, and I can't. I can do this live streaming in another time. So please try to follow me even after. It's not a problem. Okay, guys, first of all, I wanted to say thank you so much for the support. And maybe in another live streaming I'm going to make today or tomorrow, or I think maybe tomorrow, okay, I will explain you once again the problems regarding the reaction videos, because most of the people still don't understand many things. And it's not that I wanted to judge other people's opinions or that I want to justify myself all the times, but I just wanted to tell you the truth. So please try to understand that if my reaction videos are made in some ways, there are reasons. Okay, but anyway, I'm going to talk to you about this in the next live streaming, so please feel free to follow me, and if you follow me you will understand all the reasons why I have to upload the reaction videos like that. Thank you so much anyway. Grazie Michael, grazie mille per il buon anno anche a te. Ok, I'm going to read all of your comments later. Leggerò tutti i vostri commenti dopo, così non mi influenzo come al solito. Don't put spoilers. Please refrain from putting spoilers because I am an anime only and I don't want to know anything, as always, about what's going to happen. Thank you so much. And okay, here I have lots of notes. I think it's better if we start. Okay, I think this episode was full. This episode was intense, and we are going to analyze many things throughout this live streaming. So please join me and share this live streaming. So the more we have different opinions, the better it will be. But anyway, let's start step by step, as always, scene after scene, and I'm going to comment. I'm going to tell you my opinions and thoughts. Since the beginning, okay, we see a scene that is regarding Raina, Bertoldo, and Annie, and they are discussing. I mean, Bertoldo is talking about this. Bertoldo, sorry, is talking about this person who hanged himself, and I like what Bertold said, and I like the connection with the main dialogue that Reiner and Eren are going to have later in the episode. This was good. I mean, the connection was pretty good because Bertolda is saying maybe this person in the village wanted to be judged by others. And then they show us Reiner in front of Eren. I think Reiner was judged so much by others, I mean, by other people. And we saw this in many different contexts. I mean, even in episode 3, if I'm not wrong, we saw this. And he was always judged. And once again, he has to be judged. But in this case, he will be judged by a person who himself said, I am the same as you. So at the end of the day, that's not a judgment. I think it was just a dialogue between two people who lived in two different contexts and they experienced different things, but at the same time, the result is the same. That means pain. And I really liked what I saw in this episode, and step by step, I'm going to tell you why. But I really felt it. I mean, I felt this episode so much. And no matter the sentences, no matter the music, yes, we are going to analyze the music too, but I really felt it. And I think Mappa plus Sawano in this case, because most of the music here was made by Sawano, but even, of course, even Yamamoto too. But all the things put together, it was quite amazing. Yeah. Let's say that when there is this reference of what Bertold said, that maybe that person in the village wanted to be judged by others. That means, in my opinion, of course, but that means, Reiner, did you ask yourself if what you did till now was the right thing to do? Because if he asked himself this, probably the answer would have been no, what I'm doing is wrong. But he has never asked himself this because the only thing that he cared was to fulfill the mission, because he was so attached to this mission. That means to become a hero for everybody, to be acknowledged by others. So this will, this mission, this thing was more important than the rest. And when you focus too much on one thing, the only thing you have, because if you follow my previous commentaries, you know, my previous reviews, let's say, you understand that I told you many times that Reiner, the only thing that Reiner had was the mission, and there was nothing else. And for that reason, he focused too much on that he skipped everything else, because there's nothing left for him rather than the mission. But this mission made him become somebody that was not fitted for Reiner, because at the end of the day, Reiner, I find that Reiner a really kind person, but he was condemned, let's say, but by the entire system. And unfortunately, Reiner was eaten, let's say, by this system in which he was living in. So, unfortunately, he didn't have the time to ask himself, am I doing the proper thing? No, he didn't have time. But that doesn't mean he's guilty. He was just part of the system, part of a wrong system. And let me say another thing. While there was this initial part before the opening, I really like the choice of Mappa to show us two different types of eyes. The eyes of Reiner, who are terrified, who are scared in front of Eren, and the eyes of Eren, who are that are sorry, the eyes of Eren that are how can I describe? They are static. I mean, they look like this without an expression. They are passive and they are tired. They are emotionless. They are consumed. But I'm going to explain this vision later when we reach almost at the final part of the episode. And I really liked this because I think Eren is consumed by pain. And when you are consumed by pain, your eyes, they don't have an expression. They are dead, almost dead. So I think I like to put myself in both positions, and I don't want to judge who's right and who's wrong, who do I prefer, who I don't prefer. But let's say that everybody in this game, in this system, has his or her own rights to feel what they feel. And we can't judge so easily what they felt because it would be too presumptuous. So let's try to be careful with our judgments here. Um, anyway, even the colors Mappa used, the dark and the light, these two facial expressions that are totally different, but it's like as if it's a situation that is upside down because at the beginning in the first two seasons everything was upside down. There was Reiner who had that facial expression, do you remember, and Eren who had Reiner's facial expressions. So now everything turns upside down, and this is amazing. It's like a huge plot twist, and Isayama made it because there is a logic behind all this. I'm so proud of Isayama Sensei because this story is touching deeply the psychology of people, and and this is good. I like this type of stories rather than battles and everything. Yeah, I know battles are coming, but as I told you many times, um, I definitely prefer details, emotions, dialogues, and many other things in order to understand the story as it is. Okay, but let's go on. There is the opening, of course. And then there is once again this woman, guys. I mean, this woman who's part of the clan of Mikasa's mother, let's say it. Um, and I look, she's important because she was the only one meeting Lily Taiba before the beginning of the festival, but she has this sort of attitude as if she's really important in this story or in that sort of context. But she wants to meet him. She wants to say congrats, okay, for what you're going to do or something like that. But the one thing she says is, you're brave. I mean, you're courageous to do this. And I think this has a double meaning. I mean, she's saying you're courageous. I mean, you're brave because something is going to happen, in my opinion. And that's why, in fact, later she's going away because she feels it. She senses it that something is going to start, and she doesn't want it to be there because she's going to be killed too. So she's quite smart, but I still wanted to understand who that person is. Why? She's part of the same clan, the same family of Mikasa's mother, but as I told you in the previous comments, she's free. And Mikasa's mother was confined in the walls. Why? I still don't understand this. This is a big question mark. Why she can't be outside without no problems and being an important person? And Mikasa's mother had to stay inside the walls of a paradise. I mean, why? I still don't get it, but I still hope, as I told you, that she's going to meet Mikasa and they are going to have a chit chat. I mean, they are going to have a beautiful dialogue. I still hope so. Because Mikasa is not forgetting. That symbol is not forgetting what her mother told her to remember. So, of course, she has to meet her. Can't wait. I hope so. Okay. And why I understood that this woman is important is that because Willie Taiba, when he's meeting her, he's saying Kiyomi sama. And sama in Japanese is used for people with authority, people with importance. And usually when you use it in front of another people, it means you are in front of another person, it means you are um, inferior than this person. I mean, you're going to use a sama with the people with authority, people with you have to pay lots of respect, and people who are definitely important. And that's why it makes me understand. She is quite important, but she's really smart because she decided not to take part of this festival, and that's another key to understand this. Um, okay. Um, as I said previously in the other comments and thoughts, I really like Eren. Sorry to say this, but that doesn't mean I don't like Reiner. In fact, I really like Reiner. But look, even in other movies, I like villains. And I like when villains have this attitude. Mm, a superior attitude or a sarcastic attitude while they are talking. And Eren has all this. I really like his character development, and I think now he became an adult, but it was hard to become an adult. As I told you many times, so when you're a child, you believe the things, and those things are innocent. But when you grow up and you face reality as it is, and you become an adult, sometimes it's nice to become an adult, but some other times is painful. And Eren right now is feeling this. He feels pain. But anyway, even when he said at the beginning, look, it's been a long time, 4 years, Raina. Just by saying this, Raina feels scared. But I don't think he feels scared because of Eren as he is, but because of the tone of the voice he's using. And this is pretty awesome. Or the fact that he's pointing with this finger to show, to describe what's up there, what's on top of him. That means, yes, innocent people, but let me say this, because many people said, oh, look, Eren is becoming bad because he's going to kill people. Okay, and we are going to talk about it later, but let me remind you this. There is a huge difference between the people living in Paradise who were killed and people who live right now in Liberio and are killed. Because the people in Paradise, they lost their memories, so they don't remember the story as it is. Do you remember? And they are quite innocent because they don't know anything. And at the same time, they are innocent because they are not judging what's outside, because they still don't know. The people living in Marle, I mean, in Eldia, the Eldians living in Marle, let's say, they are not so innocent because those people, even if they are aliens, they keep brainwashing people, I mean, their kids or their relatives, to hate the people living in Paradise. This is wrong. They are not innocent. They are part of the system, even if I understand that they were educated since they were born like this. But this is wrong because they don't have their own opinions, or even if they have, they are submitted. to the system. They want and they prefer to stay like this. So it's their own decision to be manipulated or to manipulate as well. This is totally different. So in my opinion, they are not innocent. Even if, of course, they are people. So it's wrong to kill people, right? But they are not innocent as much as the people living in paradise. I hope you understand what I mean, but that's what I feel. And they are not on, in my opinion, they are not the same. But anyway, Eren is looking up, is pointing, and this finger is scary because even if he's not talking, but this finger like this, wow. I like him. Sorry, but this is quite badass. I think even if it's wrong to do something like this, but I think Eren wants to underline this. How does it feel if today I'm here and suddenly I'm going to destroy everything as much as you did? Of course, this is not an excuse, but this is just his point of view. And as much as we respect Reiner's point of view, once we understood his story, his tough moments and stuff like that, we should understand even Eren's point of view. Look, even in this case, I can't judge or I can't say who's right and who's wrong. I think I like both because both of them, they have their own reasons to behave like this, because both of them, they have their story full of pain. And as I said at the beginning of the commentary, it's too easy to judge. Just put yourself in Reiner's position. Just put yourself in Eren's position. I think you should. And once you do this, you understand that it's too easy to judge. Okay, let me go on. Okay, I have so many things to say. Sorry, this will be long, quite long, I guess. But anyway, yeah. Then we talk about the scratch Eren had on his end. Yeah, I should have understood from that Eren wanted to transform, but yeah, I thought, okay, it's a scratch. In fact, he said it's a scratch, but after watching the episode, of course, this was a sign that he was about to transform, or that he wanted to transform and take one of his personal revenges. Do you remember that the first revenge, he had it with Grandpa? And in the previous episode, that was awesome, okay? Because also in that case, as I told you, he didn't talk too much. He talked as much as he should do, and he said everything with one question. So I like this attitude. Sorry to say, but I definitely like Eren's attitude right now. And if I have to say it, I prefer Eren how he's right now than what he was in season 1. But I don't condemn Eren in season 1 because I totally understand him. He was a child and he had the perfect attitude of a child. Right now he is having an attitude, a perfect attitude of a person who felt pain for real. And now he became an adult. So he can't scream as before. He can't be so spontaneous as before because things change. And he's changed too. But anyway, this was a sign, I mean, the scratch, that he was about to transform. But even the fact that he wanted to stay underground, I mean, in a sort of a basement, that was a sign. Because he wanted to transform to take his personal revenge, to kill people. And to let them feel the same thing he felt. Even if I don't think Reiner cared so much about the people who were in that building as much as Eren cared about Carla. So this is not the same. But let's say that is, I felt it as an anticipation of his revenge. I mean, this was just a starting point, but that's not the main mission Eren has. So it was just a, in Italy we call it antipasto, okay? It was just an anticipation of what's coming next. That's what I felt. But if you compare Carla with these people in the building, I think Eren cared more about Carla than Reiner cares more about these people living in the building. Do you understand? Um, but anyway, the fact that Reiner wants that Falco stays over there, this is important because later Eren is going to say that all these people living in Marle, even if they are aliens, they um, they have these ideas implanted in their mind by other people. And Falco is one of these examples. I mean, Falco, he is a child and he was instructed by other people to be as he is or to believe what he has to believe. And Falco has also his past story with his uncle Grice. And I think Eren wanted him to stay over there also because he knows that Falco Grice is the nephew of that Grice that is the friend of Grisha. So he wanted him to stay and to listen to the story because he has to listen another version of the story. Both Paradise and both Marle, I mean aliens living in Marle, they have their story. But we have to hear both of them to have our own ideas or to agree with both of them or to be sympathetic with both of them or be contrary, I mean, to have a disagreement with both of them. But we have to hear both, otherwise it's wrong. We can't hear one side only. We have to think or we have to listen to both. That was good. I think Eren made the right choice because Falco knows his story, but he has to listen also the other story. And this is important, definitely. Um, that means to have different points of view, different visions of the same story. And I think this was important. And he chose to let Falco stay over there, also because of that. I mean, also because he was the nephew of Grice, in my opinion. So that was a nice choice, and I liked what I saw. Yes. Um, by going on, I wanted to open a bracket, and yeah, we saw and his father when Karina said Leonhardo, I mean Leonard. Wow, that surprised me because finally we can see and his father. I mean, and his father's face clearly, and that was awesome. But I really liked how Annie's father, he is sure about Annie's life. I mean, he's sure that Annie is alive, and he doesn't want to believe the contrary. And he's right, actually, because Annie is still alive. And I hope to see Annie in action once again. I hope and I want to see how Annie is going to handle all this because if you remember in episode 3 when there was Reiner's story, we heard how Annie is logical. I mean, how Annie is not so brainwashed as the others. She has her own opinion, and when she was angry and she was trying to punch um, Raina, she was saying something really nice. She was saying, "Look, both Marley and aliens, they want they wanted to go on with their own thoughts, and both of them they wanted to do their own things, and that's what I'm doing too. I want to go back home, so I have my own mission, my own thing too. So I think." any, even if she lived in Liberio, I mean, even if she was living in that context, she's not on a specific side. I mean, she's not on the side of Marley, and she's not on the side of aliens, let's say. So I will be so interested to see her evolution too. I hope Annie can make a difference too, and can't wait. Yeah. Karina is always okay. I don't like her. No matter how many times I try, uh, no matter how many excuses I can find for Karina, I don't like her. Sorry to say, I definitely prefer others, but no, for all the things that she did to Raina, and no, I don't like Karina, and I'm happy to say it because there are no excuses. No, the only excuse I can find for Karina is what Kenny said when he said that everybody is a slave of something, and she was a slave of her personal freedom to get her personal freedom. But by doing this, she was ruining her own child. She was ruining Raina, and this is unexcusable. So that's why I don't have excuses for Karina. I don't like her. Um, then yes, another tiny bracket is the um, Galliard versus Tiber. I mean, I still believe, and it's quite obvious, I guess, that Galliard doesn't like Tiber's family because it's unfair for him. And for some reasons, I understand. I understand him, even if I don't like Galliard so much. And I explained many times why. Go and check them out, all the other videos. But in this case, I agree with him. I don't understand. It's not fair. Mm, okay, look, when the festival started, there were these trumpets, and at the same time, we see a scene that is, in my opinion, one of the most beautiful scenes because it's full of, I mean, it's full of the mood of the episode. And it's when the trumpets are starting, and there is this sort of a silence covered by this music background when Eren, Reiner, and Falco, all of them are not talking. I mean, there is this great silence. I felt all the tension over there. They could make me feel that tension in that moment, and that was awesome. That silence. Look, Shingeki no Kyojin is a typical of silence scenes. There are lots of scenes in which you feel silence, and this was one of the best scenes in which a silence was powerful, and definitely you felt it. I mean, I felt it. I don't know what you think about this. Write me in the chat box, but I really felt that silence moment, and it was really deep, really intense. One of my favorite scenes of this episode, for sure. Um, and then we started this amazing dialogue, and then I want to say it was amazing. I really appreciated what Isayama put here in this chapter or episode. It depends if you're a manga reader or not. But wow. Look, we start with, look, I wrote all the sentences here because I don't want to forget anything. But he said, why? I mean, Reiner is saying, why are you here? How come? I mean, how did you do this? And Eren, with one sentence, as I told you, even in the previous episode with Grandpa, with one sentence, he made it because he said, I'm here for the same reason. I mean, I'm the same as you, the same thing as you did. That was clear. I mean, it was honest, it was clear, and it was short. It was a short sentence, and in this sentence, we have an entire story in the background. So the, that was awesome. And then he says another important thing that is remarked even later. That is, shikatanai, shikata arimasen deshita. I mean, I didn't have other choices. And this is another beautiful answer. I didn't have other choices rather than being here. This is correct. I mean, first of all, when he says, "Huh, it's the same as you did," this is real. I mean, this is correct. Why? As I said even in the previous episode, why this is correct for you and this is not correct for me to do? I mean, why this is wrong? Why do you think it's wrong that I did this if you did this too? Why you have to make all you made and this was good, and if I make it, this is wrong? It's coherent. I mean, it's coherent with what Eren is thinking, and I definitely like it. Definitely. Even when he said I didn't have other choices, I mean, shikatanai. That's correct. Shikatanai. If you attack me, even no matter what Fritz said, because then we are going to analyze also that part. No matter what Fritz said, I don't care. You attacked me, and I can't stay like this. Please come and attack me. I will be here opening my arms and being ready to receive your attack. No. Or after the attack, I'm going to say, "Oh, thank you that you attacked me. I will never counterattack you." Come on. In real life, would you like to do this? I mean, once again, okay, this is a different story, but if they kill your mother, how will you react? Will you say, "Oh, thank you, you killed my mother," or you want a sort of revenge? Of course, in real life, there is justice. So this is another type of revenge, but you want a revenge, right? You don't like that person who killed your mother stays as if nothing happened, right? This is what I mean. Everybody wants a revenge, no matter if, okay, this is an animated story, so of course there is not the judgment and there is not the judge saying, "Look, you have to stay in prison lots of years," and stuff like that. But in real life, of course, if they are going to kill your mother, you're going to ask help to the judge and you're going to ask help to justice to have your revenge. So what Eren is doing right now is coherent, and this is what I would have probably done if in an animated story, of course, not in real life, but if I was Eren, I would have done the same. Sorry to say, but I can feel what Eren felt in the moment Carla was eaten. I feel it. I don't know if you feel it or not, but I feel it. And I don't think Eren would have killed someone if he would have had the possibility to go outside with this intention. But here, Marley, I mean, the aliens living in Marley as warriors, they have this intention. So there is a difference. But we are going to say it later anyway. Okay, there is this festival, I mean, this stage play starting, and everybody is so focused to understand this story, etc., etc. And okay, there are two versions. I mean, Taiba is talking about the first version in which he's explaining the story as they all know. That means Fritz was defeated by Heros and by Tiber, and Heros was this hero that came out from nothing. Yes, he came out from nothing, and I open a bracket. I remember this because even a Magath, now I understand when Magath said that statue is empty. Yeah, definitely. That statue is empty because there's no meaning. I mean, it's just a cover. It's covered. This statue is covering the main story as it is. And it's empty because it's meaningless. Okay, but mm, yeah, we have Tiber and Heros, who are the heroes of this first part of the story, and Fritz is the bad guy who was confined in a paradise, and he had to admit his loss and stay over there, etc., etc. And now these titans went back to paradise to regain the Shiso Titan because Fritz was wrong, etc. I mean, we know this story, but the way it was narrated with all these pathos, with all these emotion, with all these typical mood when you go to the theater, that everything is so exalted, is so exaggerated. Yeah, I felt it, and it was good because it was a narration, and when there's this narration, everything has to be exalted. Otherwise, it's not a narration. It's not a theatrical play stage or something like that. But and then in the meantime, Eren is saying, "You came to us. I mean, to Paradise to save the world, right?" And of course, Reiner can't say the contrary because that's how he was instructed. And I like these rhetorical questions made by Eren because we already know the answer. And even Reiner knows already the answer. But this is good. I like characters like this. Definitely, this makes me love Eren more and more, just with the attitude. Even if he didn't fight, even if he didn't transform, okay? Just this attitude is a masterpiece. I like this badass attitude 100%. But by saying this, I mean, by asking this rhetorical question, Eren wanted to say, that's what they made you believe to do, right? This is correct. This is coherent once again. Um, okay. Um, Next. Oh, this is interesting, guys. Who is the person who okay, don't write me, don't tell me, but who's the person who um, betrayed, let's say, Porco, that is Galliard, and Peak? Who is this man, because I think it's a man, who let Galliard and Peak fell in this trap? This is interesting because from what I saw, he is tall, because I think it's a man, first of all, but he is tall. Then he has this sort of a beard, and look, from inside of the helmet, he seems to have a blonde hair. And by doing what he did, he is on the side of Eren. But I've never seen this person. It can, okay, if the beard is fake, it can be Armin, because in the trailer we saw that Armin has a short and blonde hair. But why the beard? Maybe just because he couldn't be seen. But Pig said, I met you already. It can't be. It can't be Armin. Or yes. Because the card Titan was there in season 3 part 2 when they started the Shiganshina, the regaining part of Shiganshina. Was there Armin over there? Yeah. And the card Titan was with the beast at the beginning. Then the beast with the card Titan versus Levi. No, it's not Armin. No, I don't think so. Why did he need the beard? Because Pika remembered the beard actually. So no, it can't be Armin. It can be Levi because I don't think Levi dyes his hair. Nah. Then Connie, he doesn't have the hair, and he doesn't have beard. Yes, a little bit, but Johnny, he has a different beard, so no. Who is that person? Don't tell me. But I don't think he, because I think he's a man. I don't think, another thing, he has a sort of a blue eyes because when you zoom a little bit that scene, you can see. Okay, I even by watching with the big television here, I could see that he I think he's a man. Yes, he has blue eyes. So definitely he's not somebody who I've met before. No, he is something else, somebody else. I don't know. Okay, but then the close the bracket. Then this stage play goes on and on and on, and we have a different version now. I mean, we see Willy Taiba explaining that no, Eros is nothing. I mean, he was just it was just a play, a stage play, and in which Eros was put over there because uh, it was part of the play, and the main person who helped all this, I mean, who really wanted the peace was Fritz. All the other people were like, yeah, but in that case, after explaining all this side of story, that means that Fritz was not the bad guy, that Fritz wanted the peace, that Fritz decided to confine himself in paradise because he didn't want to be part of that war anymore, because he wanted to save other people together with him. He wanted to do this, he wanted to do that. Everything great, everything positive. So if I were Willy Taiba, I would have asked all these people watching me right now that I told you the truth, because this is part of the memories we gained from the Warhammer Titan. Now that we talked, and now that I revealed you all this news regarding the story as it was, how do you feel about Fritz? Do you still feel that he is bad? Do you still feel that we can give them the chance to show that they are different and they are not demons? No, he didn't say this, but I would have said this. The problem is that now Willy Taiba is talking about Eren, and he's saying that he, after Fritz, all the Fritz, I mean, all of the bloodline, etc., that they didn't want to make a mess, stuff like that. Eren Yeager arrives and he wants to destroy everything with the founding Titan power, but that's a mistake. I mean, the mistake Willy Tiber is spreading right now, once again, in my opinion, I mean, once again, he's spreading something wrong, is that Eren has the founding Titan power. That's wrong, because he's not, he doesn't have the royal bloodline. So how can he start these 10 no um, tens of millions colossal titan if he doesn't have the royal bloodline? He can't, right? Only the people who are from the royal bloodline and have even the founding attack inside themselves, so they can use the power of the founding titan, right? So he's spreading something wrong once again. So when he says, look, but I don't want you to die, no, you made a mistake. You're spreading once again something wrong. And this is something unexcusable. You should know, as a Tiber family, that only people with a royal blood type, I mean, with a royal bloodline, who inherited the founding Titan power, they can use it. But Eren doesn't have, so he can't use it. And that's why I'm thinking how he will be able, because I think the main mission is to regain all the Titan's powers and to recreate these founding Titan power, right? So How can he do something like this? This is the main question because he doesn't have the royal bloodline. So the only one who has right now the royal bloodline, correct me if I'm wrong, is Historia. And look, I said it before season 4 started, but that was just my idea. That Eren is going to stay with the Historia. I mean, okay. And maybe they will have a kid, and this kid will be, I mean, probably this kid will inherit the the founding titan somehow power. Plus, he will have the royal blood. Psycho. I mean, perfect, right? This could be a theory. But look, right now, Willie Taiba is spreading something wrong. It's the usual mistake made when you wanted to say something good. I mean, Willie wanted to say something good and reveal the story as it was, but then another mistake. But this is inexcusable. Yes, Edward, you're right. There is even Zeke, but mm, okay, okay. Thank you, Edward. Maybe I got it. Okay, okay, okay. He's going to eat his brother. I mean, his step brother. He's going to eat him, and if he eats him, he's going to have the royal bloodline. Okay, next step is to eat Zeke, right? I still don't understand when Zeke said, "Look, next time I'm coming here. I'm going to save you." Eren is going to eat Zeke. That's the only thing to do. That's cruel. I mean, oh. But now that I think about it, yeah. But actually, I was saying 2 minutes ago that in order to regain all the founding Titan power, does he have to do like in Naruto with the Kaguya? I said it already 1 year ago. You can go and check it out. But is he going uh, to do the same thing they did in Naruto with the Kaguya? I mean, Naruto had to have all these biju inside of him in order to defeat Kaguya. So is it going to start to be the same? I hope not, because as I told you, I wanted different things. I mean, I don't want to see usual stuff over and over again, but if he eats Zeke, that could be an option. But on the other side, look, since I saw Historia get embarrassed with Eren in season 3, part 1, yes, this is a 3 part 1, I had a doubt. I mean, I started understanding things. But wait a second. He's going to use Historia because at the end of season 3, part 2, when they come back after Shingeki and all the mess that happened, Eren is, I mean, Wit is showing the face of Eren, and then they are showing the face of Historia, and they are saying, and Eren is thinking, oh, Masaka, or something like that. He is understanding something. Okay, he's going to use Historia. Okay, they will have a family. I mean, they will have a kid, and this kid is going to have both. I mean, he's going to have the attack titan power. I mean, sorry, the founding titan power plus the bloodline. Happy ending, final happy ending. I don't know, but anyway, don't tell me. Um, I don't know. Anyway, do you understand what I mean? Willie is spreading something wrong. That's wrong. Why do you do this? Once you wanted to reveal the thing as it is, don't make the mistake to reveal something wrong. Eren can't attack right now with the tens of millions of colossal titan. No, he can't. So why are you spreading something like this? This is wrong. Once again, another mistake, and this is unexcusable. No. Um, then um, another thing. Yeah, Eren in this case, when Willy Taiba said that Fritz, Karl Fritz, uh, wanted the peace and he didn't want to attack, and he would have never been able to attack anymore because of his own decision, because of this pact. Okay, they started with Marley. Willy also said, but look, if Fritz is attacked, he will accept it because of the bad things happened in the past. I was like, huh? Okay, it's part of this pact they made. I mean, Eldians made something wrong, and Marley, they are free to attack, and Fritz is going to stay like this. Okay, attack me. No, I don't like it. And personally, when I was talking with my husband, he was telling me something like this. He was telling me all Japanese people, or most of Japanese people who watch Shingeki no Kyojin right now, they think, I mean, they think, look, is Paradise Japan? Because maybe you know already, but uh, thank, thanks to the Japanese constitution after the Second World War, Japan can't attack anymore. I mean, they decided to defend themselves only, and they can't attack. So when they saw this scene, I mean, when my husband saw this scene or he read this part of the chapter, he said, is this Nihon? I mean, is this Japan? Because even Japan can't attack anymore. And if somebody else is attacking, they don't do anything to counterattack. They can just defend themselves. And also because Paradise is an island as much as Japan is. So that was a strange connection. But yeah, my husband thought something like this. But let me tell you honestly, I thought the same too when I saw the episode. That's why yesterday we were talking and I said, look, I talked to my husband and I told him, look, isn't it Japan? I mean, even Japan can't attack anymore. So there was this strange connection. Okay, but this is just a bracket. Um, look, when they started showing this second version, this second part of the stage play, and there was this amazing music that is part of season one, season two. I mean, the usual music of Attack on Titan. This was great because the music was fitting perfectly, and I think I felt it. Look, I have a big TV. I have speakers, so if you raise the if you raise the volume of the speaker, you can feel it. It was awesome. Dun, 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 dun. Woo, masterpiece. I really liked that part. It was really good. It was definitely good. Absolutely. Perfect music, perfect time. So, uh, wow. Then they showed us these tens of millions of colossal titans. It will be a mess. In fact, I said it in the reaction video. It will be a mess. Um, another thing. Let's talk about when Falco realizes uh, that Eren betrayed him somehow. Oh, guys, in that moment, it was the same when in episode 31, Eren discovered that Reiner and Bertoldo, or Bertold, betrayed Eren and the others. That was a, a deja vu. I mean, that was a flashback. The same eyes, the same face, the same tone of desperation. Falco was the same as Eren in season one. Sorry, in season two. The same. Try to remember when Eren discovered that Reiner and Bertold betrayed them, he had the same reaction. And that was really beautiful to see because, as I told you in the previous comment and thoughts, I mean, opinions and thoughts, this is just like a loop. I mean, it's like a loop that is never ending because the things are happening over and over and over again. So, how can we stop this loop? Something has to happen in order to change the story. Otherwise, it's going to repeat over and over again. And look, we have an example here. Everything is repeating over and over again. That was amazing. Look, as soon as I saw Falco in that way, I said, okay, is this episode 64 or episode 31? Which one? But look, I liked it because, see, no matter the side in which you are, things are going to repeat. So what I felt here, you can feel it even here. That's life. It happens. And I like how realistic this story can be, if uh, no matter if it's an animated story and it's not real, it's just a fiction, but it portrays what real life is, no matter how, no matter what. I like it. Um, okay, then we go on. Sorry, I have lots of notes, otherwise I am afraid to forget something. Then I really liked what Eren is going on with this dialogue. And I wanted to underline this. Kaji Yuki is perfect. His voice acting here is stunning. And so thank you, Kaji, even if you will never be able to watch me, but thank you, because the development of the voice acting here is something incredible. We started with an Eren who is screaming a lot, who is spontaneous, who wants to scream. Okay, so even the voice acting in the first season was so loud, was so powerful, was so intense, and yeah, loud. Okay, here Kaji is developing the character in the most amazing way because, as I told you at the beginning of these comments and thoughts, Eren attitude, his voice, his eyes, his facial expression is typical of somebody who has lived too much pain, who has felt too much pain, and now he's tired. He's tired to scream because there is no point to scream. You can you can send this message even if you don't shout. And that's what he learned throughout all these years. No matter if you shout, no matter if you stay silent, no matter if you make a gesture like this, no matter if you keep calm, the message is always conveyed. And this is part of becoming an adult. When you are a kid, you shout, you scream, you cry a lot when you want something. Okay, when you want something bad, you are so spontaneous and you wanted to convey this message. You wanted that people listen to you by screaming because you think that as much as you raise the voice, as much you will be heard by people. When you become an adult, you should learn that even if you stay calm and you spread your ideas without raising the tone of your voice, the message can be reached anyway. And here Kaji developed his voice acting by doing this because he's following what Eren became, an adult. So even though the voice acting has to change, and I think he made it. That was awesome. This was something beautiful to watch and to hear. Because look, if you hear it with headphones, I tried it yesterday. If you hear it with the headphones, you feel you feel the intensity of the words Eren is saying. Thank you, Kaji, but Kaji Yuki, the voice actor. But you feel the pain. You really feel Eren's pain by staying calm, by having emotionless facial expressions, by have the tone of the voice that is decreased, by have the eyes looking at Raina as if no matter what's your reaction, I don't care anymore. I felt too much that right now I am a passive by looking at all other people's reactions. I mean, you're crying, I don't mind. You're laughing, I don't mind. You're becoming crazy like a grandpa, I don't mind. My facial expression is the same. It's not changing, no matter if you have a trauma, no matter if you are feeling pain, because I have felt already all this in my life. I know how does it feel. So you're not going to shock me. You're not going to change my mind. You're not going to, yes, shock me. I already felt too much, and right now I am consumed. My soul is consumed because of all the pain. You, not you, Raina, I mean you, Marle, let me feel. And when you have the soul that is consumed, you are emotionless. You don't feel anything anymore. And I don't know if it's a sort of depression or it's just a way Eren has to keep going on. And he just felt too much. And now, no matter what other people are going to say, the pain, the level of pain is too high that no matter what you're going to say, it's not going to change my feelings anymore. Kaji made it. Awesome. Okay, then Eren is going to say, he's going on saying, look, I am the bad guy. Yes, Willie is right. I can destroy the world. I mean, I can destroy everything here. But in my opinion, you were the bad guys. See, also in this case, we can't say that he is wrong. From his point of view, Eren is right, as much as Raina, from his point of view, was right by doing what he did, because that was his reality. But Eren has another reality, and we can't condemn both. They are all right. Okay, they can be wrong too, but we can't blame them. Because if we were in their positions, in Reiner's position and in Eren's position, we would have done the same. It depends on the point of view we have, or the point of view we feel, or the point of view we live in. That's the only thing. But he's right. In his opinion, they are the bad guys who broke the walls, who killed all of his friends, who killed his mother, who made him become a titan, because if this didn't happen, Grisha probably wouldn't transform Eren into a titan. We will never know, because the story can be modified in so many ways. But this is good. All the pain Eren felt was caused by that day, the first episode. Okay, if we wanted to be really honest, all the pain Eren felt started when Grisha decided to go out from Liberio's gates. I mean, the gates with his sister. But right now, his father, he's part of him too. And he knows all the story. So he felt the pain, even for what he has never seen before. Try to imagine. Try to imagine if you could feel all the pain your parents felt, plus your pain. This pain is unbeatable. It's too much. And that's why right now there's no more need to scream. When you are in front of a person, you have a dialogue. You can, okay, you can destroy people with words. And Eren, even if he didn't transform, he's destroying people after people with words. So in this episode, we understand even how words are essential and their power, the power of words. With Grandpa, I want to remind you once again, he needed one question to destroy his mental health. With Reiner, we need a dialogue like this. And Reiner is already out. I mean, he's gone. Words. Because in this episode, the transformation is at the end. But throughout all the episode, Reiner is shocked, or he is in that mental state, let's say, because of what Eren is saying, or because what Eren is doing with his face. Not because he's transforming or he's a titan. No. Words are powerful. And we see it from here. From season 4, we see it clearly. This. Anyway, now there is another great scene. We see Reiner and we see Eren here. And it's like a dialogue. That shot is amazing because it's one in front of the other one. And it's like two different realities in two different contexts meeting. But the story, the pain they felt can be in common. I mean, their story can be the same story. What they did, their decisions, their thoughts are the same. But these thoughts, these stories are put in two different realities. So things can be in common, things that can be different, but they are, it's like a coin that has two sides. They are the two sides of the same coin. Up and down, day and night. Opposites, okay? But these opposites can be really, really similar. If you put all the pieces of the puzzle together, they are both victims of the system. And that shot made me feel something like this. It was really beautiful, really intense, for sure. But when there is this scene, I felt as if we are doing a mental health therapy. I mean, we see Eren asking Reiner rhetorical questions. I mean, rhetorical questions are questions you already know the answer, but you ask them anyway, even if you know the answer already. It's part of a sarcastic attitude, okay? And I like this. But it seems as if we are in a therapy room. I mean, a psychologist room, a therapy room, in which the therapist, that in this case is Eren, is asking the patient, that in this case is Reiner, all things that he already knows, but he wants to hear them from the voice of the patient, that is Reiner. I felt like this. In fact, he is saying, why my mother was eaten? And look, the face of Eren is like, why my mother was eaten, Reiner? And Reiner is saying, because we broke the walls. And why did you broke the walls, Reiner? Because we wanted to see how the king reacted. That was your mission, right? No, yeah. Well, because that was the mission, right? What was your mission, Raina? It was to take back the Shiso Titan and save the world. In this scene, Kaji Yuki's and even Reiner's voice of acting is stunning. Look, this dialogue is amazing. Amazing. But as I told you, Eren seems the therapist. Raina, what did you do that day? Ah, that day, but he already knows the answer. Ah, that day I did this. Why did you do this, Raina? Da, 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 da. Ah, and for what reason did you do that, Raina? Da, 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 da. It seems as if it's a sort of a therapist moment, but at the same time, it seems as if we are in a brainwashing scene. I mean, do you remember when Grisha's father was putting the book like this, boom, and he was saying, "Okay, remember that." Da 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 da. And Grisha had to say, "Yes, I understand." Da 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 da. Yes, I understand. Grisha did the same with Zeke. Zeke, be careful. Da 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 da. Yes, I understand. Da 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 da. Yes, I understand. But look, here Eren, with his facial expression, tone of voice, eyes, whatever, blah, 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 it's like as if he's brainwashing Reiner with the things that he already knows. It's like just repeating a storytelling when you know by heart a storytelling, okay? And the next day you have to repeat it to your teacher. That's the same. Why did you eat my mother, Reiner? Because I broke the walls. And why did you broke the walls, Raina? Because I wanted to see how the how the king reacted. And why did you do blah 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 blah? Because I wanted to save the world. Brainwashing, the same. This scene was one of the most beautiful scenes I have seen. Intense. And look, even Reiner's voice acting was great. Definitely. Amazing, stunning, beautiful, marvelous, whatever you wanted. This scene, you should watch it over and over again just to praise the voice acting because good. Later, I'm going to tell you one thing. And then the final boom. The final sentence that if it's because you wanted to save the world, you didn't have other choices. The same sentence he said at the beginning of the episode. Shikatanai, ne? Why, Eren, are you here? I didn't have other choices rather than being here. The same as you did, Reiner. Now, if it was because you wanted to save the world, you didn't have other choices. You came for that reason. Yes, and now I came here for the same reason. Shikata arimasen. I didn't have other choices. This was beautiful. The fact that this episode is like a circle that is closing. Do you remember when I said it even for Demon Slayer, the movie? You'll find it on the channel, the review. But look, the episode starts in this way. Like a clock. You go back to the turning point, to the starting point. This is like a circle. And Eren closed the circle by letting him understand that if you do one thing, there is a consequence. You can't pretend that you do an action without a consequence. You did this because there was no reason, no other choice in order to do what you did. The same I'm doing right now. Why for you it was okay and for me it's not? That's not fair. I repeat you this. This is not fair. This is not good that for Marley it's fair to attack. And Paradise has to stay like this. No matter what Fritz decided. Oh, Eren is simply saying, I don't care. If Fritz said, I will not attack anymore. Oh, I'm not Fritz. I'm Eren Yeager. So why do I have to follow this? If you kill my mother and if you kill my friends, why do I have to behave like a Karl Fritz? I am Eren Yeager. I am another person. And my individual is different. If I behaved like a Karl Fritz, I would have been like like you who are behaving all the same. I mean, if I behaved and if I followed like a Karl Fritz, I would have behaved like you guys who are brainwashed day after day, and you decided to follow this brainwashing thing. But I'm not like you. I'm not like a Karl Fritz. I am independent. Oh, that's my choice. Sorry, but I appreciate this independence. I don't like when people think and do the same things. I prefer when there are outcasts who are independent, who are free thinking. They have the free of thoughts. And Eren, even if he is doing something wrong at the end of the day, but it's his own decision. And nobody could change his decisions. Never from season one. So, since he wanted to join Chosen Hedan, everyone was opposing this decision. Everyone except for Grisha, because he asked him, why do you want to join Chosen Hedan and go outside? But everybody was opposing this decision. He didn't care. He went on. I like this. And then another thing Eren said that I liked it so much. When Reiner said, you said many years ago that you wanted to come here, that you wanted to destroy us, to kill all of us, etc., etc. Is this the reason you came here? Eren, when he said, did I really say so? I love when characters say like this so much. I really love. But then he said, I don't remember I said something like this. Or yes. And then he said, oh, yes. I wanted to destroy the enemy. But then I went after the ocean and I stayed with them. I mean, I spent time with them. I stayed under the same roof with them or something like that. I ate with them as much as you did, Reiner. It's like if Reiner has in front of him a mirror, but a mirror that is showing a different reality that is anyway the same. This is beautiful. The theme of the mirror is so important even in literature. We find so many novels and so many important references regarding the mirror. But look, what makes the difference between Reiner and Eren, somehow, I'm talking about the beginning, okay, is that Eren said, then I realized that there are good people and there are bad people. Even Reiner realized that once he went to Paradise that there are good people and there are bad people. But Reiner, till now, even if I hope he will change, but till now, Reiner, he's not changing his side. I mean, no matter if you discover that there are in Paradise good and bad people, but there are even good people, you keep spreading. I mean, you keep not spreading, you keep following what Marley is saying. That means they are all devils over there. No, you know that it's the contrary. Say it. I know he is afraid, or I know he prefers to die instead, but that's not the solution. You should change. as much as Eren changed, because at the beginning he wanted to destroy all of them, but I don't think he will kill everybody. I mean, I don't think Eren will be like this. That means, Marle, it's all wrong, so we have to destroy all of them. And in that moment, they show you Falco, for example, right? I don't think he will kill Falco, for example, because he knows that Falco is a good guy. He said it. I'm happy. Do you remember in episode 2, episode 3? I don't remember. But he said, you're a good guy. Episode 4, episode 3, I don't remember. But anyway, you're a good guy. And I'm happy you will have a longer life. In that moment, I thought, does Eren know that Eren is going to, that Falco is going to survive? But, and I said it even, but I don't think Eren wants to kill Falco, wants to kill Gabi, wants to kill Udo. No, no. If he does, he's wrong. But if he knows that there are good or bad people, or he wants to take the revenge because he says, look, even in Paradise, my mother was a good woman, but you killed her. So now let me kill everybody as well. And this is wrong. Or he understands that there are good and bad people, so he decides to kill the bad people only. In that case, he will be good. Sorry, but he will be good. Okay, in this episode, he killed all the people in the building, and he didn't know if they were good or if they were wrong. I mean, good or bad. But as I told you, those people, they were in the building anyway. They instructed their kids to think that in Paradise there are all devils, so they are not good. Sorry to say. I don't think they are good. Because if they were good, they didn't brainwash their kids. This is my opinion. As much as even Grisha, okay, and the grandpa, they were wrong because they brainwashed their kids. I mean, grandpa brainwashed Grisha, Grisha brainwashed Zeke. But at the end of his life, Grisha understood that what he did was wrong. I mean, he said it in season 3, part 2, I guess. Yeah, he said, at that time, I was brainwashed, but I did the same with Zeke. And what I did, I should have known that what I did was wrong. He realized that he made a mistake. So for me, Grisha is excused. Because when you realize you made a mistake, this is a great step forward. But Karina, for example, she doesn't care. She knows that what she's doing to Reiner is wrong. But she keeps doing it for her personal selfishness. This is wrong. Because she's destroying his kid. This is wrong, in my opinion. I can't blame Eren, sorry to say. And I can't blame Reiner too, because of what I said. I can't blame these two main protagonists. I can't. But yeah, Eren said it honestly and clearly, and he's right. The difference is that you were instructed that on Paradise there were all demons without difference. I mean, there was not the good or the bad guy. No, they were all wrong. This is wrong. It's a sort of a racism, sorry to say this. Or discrimination. Yeah, we saw it during these episodes. But this is racism, pure racism. They were saying that all were wrong or they were bad. This is unexcusable, guys. In real life, we can't give any excuses for this. So why is it wrong? Why isn't it wrong in the anime too? I mean, we say that Eren is the bad guy, okay. But if they say that in your country everybody is wrong or is bad, how do you feel? Don't you feel like Eren? I would. I would. Paradise people, they have never said that Marle. Okay, they don't know because they lost their memories. I mean, Fritz deleted the memories, okay, of these people. But from what we know, Paradise people have never said that after the ocean there was the devil. Yeah, there were titans, but after they destroyed or they killed the titans, there was hope, in their opinion. There was not the devil. There's a totally different way of thinking, okay? So, come on. No matter if you say that what Eren did was wrong in this episode, okay, it's wrong to kill innocent people because to me they are not innocent, sorry. The more I think about it, the more I think like this. They are not innocent. You know why they are not innocent too? Is because they send their kids to war. Is this a good thing to do? No matter all the reasons why you ask your kid to go to war, it's wrong. It's wrong. No. Because, for example, in Paradise, they didn't ask Eren to join Chosan Hedan when he was a kid. If they did, also in that case, they were wrong because they exposed a kid to a danger. But in fact, when he wanted to join Chosan Heidan and he had this dream when he was a kid, his mother said, "Oh no, what are you doing?" But Grisha asked him why. First, he asked him why, and then if he wanted to join, he could later. But it was not an imposition. Grisha didn't tell him, you have to join Chosan Hedan because you have to go out to kill all the Marle, blah, 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 blah. No. No. Or you have to kill all the Titans and then you have to go blah, 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 to discover blah, 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 blah. Yes, he wanted to go to the basement together with him. But I don't think that in any case, I don't think that Grisha would have brainwashed him because he already understood his mistake. He did with Zeke. Probably he would have said to him, look, outside there is this, this, and this. I made this mistake, this mistake, this mistake, but the story is this, this, this. As much as Erwin's father said the same things to Erwin. But he didn't impose Eren to join Chosan Hedan and kill all the others on the other side. No. So there's a huge difference, in my opinion. Okay, I'm almost finishing. Sorry, it's quite long, but I like to analyze step by step. Otherwise, you don't understand the logical thought I have. And then I felt Reiner totally. Look, I said it already many, many times during season 4. I would have never expected to feel Reiner as much as I feel him right now. And I have never expected that Reiner could have become one of the main protagonists of this season or of this story. But it's so great because I like to change my mind on things, and I like to change my mind on characters. If I don't like someone at the beginning, that doesn't mean I don't like him or her forever. I can change my mind. So I definitely like Reiner because in his facial expressions, in his moments in which he feels scared, terrified, he feels guilty. He is totally honest. And In this case, Reiner made a difference because he decided not to change one single detail of what happened, and he preferred to be honest by explaining, by saying the story as it was. What was his mistake? And the fact that he wants to take the full responsibility of what happened, even if at the end of the day, if Annie and Bertold decide later to join Reiner, they are also guilty. I mean, okay, he asked Annie and Bertold to go on with the mission, but then if Annie and Bertold did it, they are not good, or they are not forced by a kid to do something. They joined him, so they are all wrong. But in this case, he preferred to take all responsibility. And look, I liked Reiner. I feel all his pain as much as Eren's pain. I feel it all, and I feel so sorry for Reiner for what he has always passed in his life, and for how he is hopeless right now. But he has to understand that death is not the solution. I mean, he also wants that Eren kills him, and like he wanted to commit in the other episode, but that's wrong. You can't find this excuse. I mean, you can't use death as an excuse. You have to face the truth and go on. Also, because he said, Eren, don't stop moving on, go on. So he can't do the contrary because it's a pointless advice. Okay, if you give an advice, you're supposed to follow the same advice you give. But if you decided to die, that's not good. You should go on too. That's why I hope Reiner can change and can stay on their side. That would be amazing. Because he will be the demonstration that everybody can change. And it's not too late to change. And that's why I believe that both of them, I mean, Eren and Reiner, as I told you already, they are victims of the same system, victims of the cruel world, the same cruel world we know from season one. Do you remember? Even Mikasa said it, other people said it. This world is cruel. Even Bertold before transforming, okay, in season 3, part 2, the world is cruel, yes. And they all are victims of this cruel world. But they have to find a way to destroy this cruel world, to change it, or maybe to demolish it and to rebuild something good. It depends. I don't know what's going to happen, but these are the only solutions, I guess. I wanted it to be a hero, Reiner says. I wanted to be respected. But, guys, you people who are excusing Reiner, or you are saving Reiner and you are condemning Eren because he's killing innocent people, etc., etc. Look, Reiner wanted to become a hero by killing people. Is this good? No. So he is not better than Eren. Think about it. How can you be respected, or how can you become a hero, or how can this be good by killing people? This is not good. So I don't understand why many people are complaining about Eren, but they are not complaining about Reiner. They are the same. Look, Eren told you. They are the same. So you should condemn both. Sorry to say. And then let's go to the end of the episode. Willie, sorry. Willie is coming back. But Willie, oh no, look, when I saw this scene, come on. I mean, Willie is saying, look, I don't want to die, because even if I was born an alien now, and I know the crimes my people made, I was born in this world, so I don't want to die. Even I don't think it's true, but Eren said it even in season 1 or in in the first part of the story. I mean, this is a sentence, I don't want to die because I was born in this world or something like that. I think he said it, if I'm not wrong. But anyway. Um, and then Willie said, I don't want to die. Um, even if there are lots of crimes my people made, I was born in this world, and even if listen, even if people are different from different ethnics or races, we can unify all together and defeat this enemy, etc., etc. And all the other people are clapping their hands. Come on, an alien is telling you to unify the forces and you clap your hands? But if Eren, let's say Eren Yeager, came out and said the same thing, no, he was the bad guy, I was so surprised, not surprised, but I was confirming my idea that it's so easy to convince people. Nice narration, nice words, even the fake tears. I don't know if they were fake tears because actually really he's really scared to die, in my opinion, or he felt it. um, but at the same time, maybe they are life stage tears. But the people looking at him, they are believing in everything he says, just because it's a narration. And that makes you understand that all the narration they have heard before, they believed in it because it was a narration. Okay, let's believe it. Now Willie is saying the second part of the story that they didn't hear before. Okay, let's join forces. Yeah. Oh, did you understand that he was telling you that what you have heard till now was a lie? Did you listen well? No, they are not listening well, or they didn't pay the real attention on what Willie said because they are too focused on the stage. Yeah, Willie. If Willie says it. Okay, so if Willie said Eren Yeager is not an enemy, he's a friend. I mean, all the people over there. Okay, right. This is disgusting. This is really disgusting. Mm. And then, guys, the final scene. Let's talk about it. I mean, yes, during my reaction, I thought when he was giving the hands, the hand to Reiner, it was like when Reiner was, when we saw Reiner's story, that when Reiner was giving this advice to Eren, that means keep going on. Only you can defeat all the Titans. Do you remember? And he was taking his hand like this, and he was trying to help him standing up, right? I thought it was the same moment. I mean, I thought that Eren now is standing, is giving his hand because he is saying, look, I understand you totally. You were forced to do what you did, but we are the same, so I understand you. So in that moment, I said, okay, thank you, Raina. Sorry, thank you, Eren. Thank you because you understood, Raina, okay? But then, no. I mean, no, because I was tricked too. Because he said, okay, you're right, we are the same. That means I will go on to destroy all the enemies. That was, oh, okay. That scene was something great. Yeah, exactly. I said, thank you, thank you. No, no, no. Oh, no. No, I was like, no. Look, on Friday, I will rewatch the episode. So stay tuned and join me because I will laugh this time. But anyway, uh, Eren transforms. He kills Willie. Look, it makes me laugh a little bit. It's hilarious, okay? But Willie saying, look, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. In 3 seconds after, he dies. And then Willie, sincerely, Willie, I thought we could have seen him for a long time. But no, I mean, after 5 episodes, he's defeated. That was fast. Okay, because when they introduced the Tiber family, I thought, oh, we will have a long story with these. But no, I mean, 5 episodes. Sayonara. That was fast. And yeah, Eren transforms, and Willy Tiber is dying, and he's not the Warhammer Titan. Did you see? I told you that was too obvious, too good to be true. I thought the same. I mean, I thought he was not the Warhammer Titan. If you didn't watch it, go and check out the previous comment and thoughts. I mean, opinions and thoughts. It's on the channel. It's on the playlist also. No, it was too good to be true. But anyway, Eren transforms, uh, and how Eren is represented here. I like Mappa because the face of Eren is something stunning. Stunning, I mean, beautiful, because it seems that he's representing a real demon. And he's scary. It's really scary. It's like a horror movie. I mean, Attack on Titan, it was not a shoujo, for example. It was not yeah from season 1, but it's turning like a horror movie. And Eren is like a demon right now because he is consumed by revenge. He is consumed by pain. He is, I mean, his soul is consumed, is eaten by evil thoughts. And I don't know if in your country is the same, but in my country, in Italy, we say that once you join evil things, you turn evil too. That means when you, in this case, it means when you join pain, you join resentment, you join revenge, you join evil thoughts, okay? You turn evil itself. And this what happened to Eren. He started by being a nice guy with nice dreams, with nice hopes, but then reality, boom, fell down on top of him, and it destroyed him somehow. This, let me make this a parallelism because I like to do this. This is the same as Thorfinn in Vinland Saga. Also, Thorfinn lost his father because of others, and we see through the entire season 1 how Thorfinn is consuming himself because the only thing he sees is the revenge. And yes, in Vinland Saga reaction videos, you can find them on the channel. Go and check them out. I said, if you do like this, Thorfinn, you are wrong because you're ruining yourself. You're ruining yourself. You're ruining your father's dream. And your father's dream is to create Vinland, to conquer Vinland, and to start something new somewhere else. Thorfinn has a dream, still has a dream. And at the end of season 1, he understands what he has to do. But does Eren have a dream right now? Yes, this dream is to destroy everybody who caused the troubles to him. But is this a nice dream? No. Because as I said, even in Vinland Saga reaction videos, the commentary part, after this revenge, what do you still have? I mean, what's after this revenge? Once you destroy everybody, what's after? Do you have other goals? Or did you just waste your time by doing what you did? In the case of Eren, the dream he has is a negative dream because he wants to destroy everybody who caused him troubles. In the case of Thorfinn, he has a beautiful and positive dream that is conquer Vinland. And that's what even Thor's dream was. So he's just fulfilling his father's dream. But Eren, after he destroys everything, what's left? He probably will realize that he spent 13 years of his life going on with his revenge only, and he couldn't create anything else. But in the case of Eren, could have he had the possibility to create something else? No, because anyway, Marley was about to attack and to destroy his life anyway. So there's no other choice. In the case of Thorfinn, is different. Yeah, it's a little bit different. But I saw how Thorfinn or how Eren, they are similar in this. Revenge only, revenge. And here, they don't see, they see here. Okay? This is quite similar. And this revenge is consuming both of them. Even Thorfinn, at the end of season 1, he's consumed totally. Eren, right now, he is consumed. And look, I don't understand when people are condemning Eren, because, yeah, I understand what you think, guys, but at the same time, I feel Eren's pain. He is not happy of what he is doing, but he has to do it. Otherwise, he's going to be killed. His friends are going to be killed. He wants to protect his people. Would you have done the same, or would you have said, okay, please come inside the Marley and kill everybody? No. 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 Okay. Let me say one thing. Yes. Okay, yes. So there is, in this episode, there is this parallelism between episode 31 and episode 64 because of what I said. That means when Eren realizes that Reiner and Bertold and Annie, they are betraying them. So you see this flashback in the story. It was nice. Then you see this shaking hand somehow between Reiner and Eren. When Reiner was telling us his story in the previous episodes, and now when Eren is giving him his hand, nice parallelism also in this case. We see Reiner and Eren. Eren was full of dreams when he was young, the same as Reiner. He had lots of dreams, but Reiner's dreams, they were connected to something for his own sake. I mean, he wanted to become the hero. He, okay? But Eren, as his life full of dreams, connected with other people's dreams. For example, Armin, for example, all the others who wanted to see what's outside. So it's a community versus a single person, Reiner, and his selfishness. That means a selfishness versus community. This is another great theme here, in my opinion. If you think about that, Reiner wanted to become this. He. But on the other side, Eren and the others, we see we. So it's different. And okay, few minutes left. I wanted to say something regarding, yes, the complaints regarding the music at the end. Many people wanted the UCD Girl instead of the song we heard. I don't think it was correct. I mean, I don't think UCB Girl was the proper song, because that's the song of the betrayal of Reiner and Bertold. And this is another story. It's their story. So they have their own music. And they have to be remembered with that music. If we use the same music for even the other side, that's wrong. Because UCB Girl was a music connected with this side. The music that was used for the transformation of Eren is the music of this side. because it was the same music as I said in one of the comments, in the reaction videos comments. It was one music that was used when Levi attacked Zeke. And even in that scene, Levi was on fire. I mean, he wanted the absolute revenge because he wanted to revenge Erwin and all the people Zeke killed. So I think it was a nice music because it's like two divisions, two different sides, two different music. We can't mix music like this. There is a logic, in my opinion. There is a connection between music and actions. And that music transformed Eren. Look, even Levi was considered a demon in that moment, as much as Eren is considered the demon in the final scenes when he transforms. The logic is perfect, in my opinion. You see, the girl is another song for another moment. If they put a UCB girl when Falco understands that he is betrayed, okay, in that case I would have agreed, because in that moment, UCB girl in episode 31 is used when Eren discovers the betrayal of Reiner and Bertold, and then there is the transformation. But here, there is no, except for the Falco moment when he feels betrayed. At the end of this episode, there is no betrayal points. Eren goes on with his mood. UCB girl maybe will be used in another moment in season 4, or there will be other music, but every time we can't complain of everything. I mean, there was the CGI and people complained because of the CGI. There was the wrong music in their opinion, and then we have to complain. There was this and we complain. Can we enjoy? It's better if we enjoy instead. Let's not find all the times one negative thing just because we want to be superior and we wanted to demonstrate we are better than the creators. And let me tell you, people who are saying that that's Mappa's fault, that's not Mappa's fault, because Mappa is not controlling the music. So we can't say that it's always Mappa's fault. No, Mappa didn't choose the music, I guess. It's not their job. But anyway, I hope you understood the connection I made with the UCB girl and this music used attack Levi versus Zeke. There is a connection. You should pay attention, even if I am an anime only, but please put yourself in the positions in which you understand the connection between music and actions, or between what we saw already and the connection with the present moments. Levi versus Zeke was something crazy, as much as Eren when he transformed right now. Levi was considered a demon when he did something like that. In fact, Zeke doesn't even want to meet him again. I understand that. And Eren is transforming and killing people with this brutality, this cruelty, this demon personification. That's perfect, the music. Why you don't get this? And you see the girl is Marley side. I mean, Marley music, let's say, if we keep in mind episode 31. That's my opinion. I don't know if this is true. I don't know if this is just my connections, my opinions, but I felt like this. UCB girl is something else. It's connected to a betrayal plus transformation. This music is just a pure revenge, brutality. And there is no betrayal from Eren. Eren is going on. And they already know Eren is like this. That's what I feel about this episode. Sorry, it lasted 2 hours. But now I'm going to read your comments really quick. And then, of course, see you on Friday with the rewatch. Okay. buon anno in ritardo, sì, dicevo buon anno anche a te, scusa. Non parlo in italiano perché così se no farei 4 ore. Mappa sta essendo un'opera maestra di Shingeki no Kyojin. Yes, I agree. They are doing a great job with the Shingeki no Kyojin. Yes. The first OST of Eren's transformation is good. The final, scusa, sorry. But I personally, yes, I said already my opinion about this. Mhm. Hello. Yes, that's an early live streaming because I didn't have time yesterday. Sorry. I was waiting for your comments. So thank you so much for the support. What do you think about the Willy Tiber? I think I explained it quite long when I said what I felt. Konnichiwa. いつも楽しみです。ありがとうございます。こちらこそ、ありがとうございます。I can't wait to see how she plans into the story. I don't hear many people talking about her, but she's definitely important. You mean Annie? No, the woman. I mean, Kiyomi. Yes, me too. I think she is important, definitely. I'm pretty sure no one can or could talk with Willy Tiber so easily as. Yes, that's why she's quite important. She's very suspicious, yes, and she left, or she's more important than we thought. Yes, I agree, definitely. Hello, Martin GL. Hello. From Parasites, but he chose to make more danger. No, he also felt the damage and pain. I mean, I think you're talking about Eren. In the end, he will be there. Okay, but anyway, don't you think Eren suffered a lot too? Why are we excusing always Reiner and the others, and we are not excusing Paradis and all the others? Everybody felt pain. So why we can excuse Marley and we can't excuse the others? That's unfair. Well, history is written by the winners. I guess Marley knows how to manipulate the real story and convince aliens. Yes, I agree with this too. Ciao, Gabri77, ciao. Just saw it with my mother and GF, absolutely masterpiece. Yes, look, my mother is still has to watch it. I am quite afraid. I don't know if she will like it, Eren. I don't know if she. Sorry. I don't know if she will like Eren. Let's see. His brother is Alpha Royal. Yes, exactly. I doubt it, but maybe they team up in the end. I hope so. I mean, Zeke said, "I will save you when next time I come." Oh, if Zeke can join him, good job. I can't wait. The only reason I bring up that opportunity is because of the baseball. Okay, that ball. While sitting on the bench. Yeah, I still don't know the meaning of that. Mm. Ah, ah. No, I don't understand why this ball is so important. Sorry, I don't know. It's probably. Okay, yes, I know that the paradise, if you turn it upside down, is like Madagascar. But what I said about Japan is something different. It's just a historical connection. Okay, Naruto is one of my favorite anime. Me too, but I don't understand why you don't care about. No, it's not that I don't care. I'm watching Boruto right now. I really watch it, but I can't make a reaction video of Boruto because it's quite long. I mean, there are too many episodes. I really care about Boruto. I like I like Boruto, even if many people complain about this. Maybe I'm going to talk about it in another live streaming. I can't believe that this is the final season. Yeah, but every good thing has an end. Okay, I mean, he destroyed the whole place, so of course good people will. But they are not good people. Do you think people who brainwash other people are good, or do you think that people who let their kids going to war they are good? I don't think so. You can really see a man getting crushed by. I know, but we can't blame him. Yes, sorry, I have these. Thank you. No. Best reaction. Thank you so much. Is he the protagonist or the antagonist at this point? Both. Eren is the clear example that he can be both. And this is something atypical, something we don't see usually. Bringing back Naruto, we see Sasuke. He starts good, he becomes better, then he starts being good once again. But Sasuke is totally different. Eren is something we have never seen till now, I guess. Let's go, Attack on Titan. Yeah. I generally believe UCB girl and Vogel Kevin. See, sorry, I didn't remember the would have would have worked better. The Grey War drama works much more with a dramatic and sinister theme, but there was a sinister theme through the episode. When there is this dialogue or when there is the trumpet moment, this is a sinister, 100%. I tend to have nothing but good things to say about. But that's your opinion. That's good. It's nice to have different opinions. That's what I felt because UCB Girl is something connected with something different. And if we talk just about music because it's epic music, or if it's because it's exciting music, okay, that was better maybe. But with the meaning of the music, we should pay attention on that. Mappa could have done better. Okay, and they have a director and a sound specialist, but that's not the case. I mean, even the music, Levi versus Zeke. Sorry, I don't remember the title. That's a nice music. We can't say that is a bad music. Try to listen it with the speakers. Look at the scene with the television connected and the speakers connected. You're going to change your mind probably. They are the ones who failed. Okay, okay, but it's correct to say your opinions as always. Good. You have a different opinion. That's good. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, guys. Oh, I made it. Sorry, that was fast, but no, that was not fast. 2 hours. But look, okay. I wanted to tell you one thing. Probably I will upload the reaction video with my mother regarding season 3 part 2 a little bit late because you will see in the video I had a tiny problem on this video. That means that suddenly there is not the screen with me and my mother for 1 or 2 minutes. I think there was a camera problem. Sorry for that. But I will put the audio no matter what. So you will with the subtitles, of course, so you will understand what my mother feels in that moment. It's at the beginning. Then the rest of the episode, you see her and you see me and her as always. But I had a tiny problem that I have to solve. Sorry for that. It happens. And thank you so much for the support at JJM. But so if it comes a little bit later, it's because I have to fix it, and otherwise I can't upload it. So trust me and just wait a little bit. So see you in a few days with this new episode with my mom. See you always on Thursday with the Promised Neverland season 2 episode 2. See you on Friday with the rewatch of episode 5, and yes, see you really soon with the review of Sailor Moon. Sorry, this is a huge week for me, so I have so many things to do and I have to go back to work, so I have so many things to do. Try to understand me, and I will make these probably this live streaming of a few minutes. I still don't know when, but I have to explain you once again how reaction videos work. And I know many people complain, but they complain by knowing nothing about how to publish reaction videos in Japan, because I live in Japan and this is totally different. You should understand this. Different countries have different copyrights, so you should understand why I upload reaction videos like this. After 2 years, I am managing Shingeki no Kyojin reaction videos. So there is always a reason, but I will talk about it later in the future. Okay, since he has a baseball glove, might mean he could have been in contact with his brother, the Beast. Yeah, but what's the connection with the ball? Does Zeke use... Is this a spoiler? Please don't put spoilers, because I don't want to know. But because Zeke always does like this, like a baseball in the attack. Okay, I will think about it. But I hope it's not a spoiler, because I don't want to know. Okay. Thank you so much for the support, guys. Thank you for joining me in this early live streaming and commentary. See you soon. Hope you enjoyed it, and feel free to rewatch it whenever you want because it will stay on the channel or on the playlist of Shingeki no Kyojin Season 4. Bye, guys. Subscribe if you didn't, and see you next time. Bye bye. Thank you so much for the support. Bye. See you. Bye bye.